Today I'm going to take a class about abdomen radiography. Abdomen radiography, all of you know that one of the important topic, because as the overall radiography, if you take extremities and chest, PA is one of the most radiography in the department of radiology. At the same time, abdomen also one of the important topic. So we will go with the first, what are the different landmarks, what are the different part of the abdomen. We will go through that. See, to now you can see in the image there are four different quadrants are there: right upper quadrant, left upper quadrant, right lower quadrant, and the left lower quadrant. As of why you might be thinking why this four quadrant is very important. So these are the four quadrant where it will divide the part of the abdomen. So think about the right upper quadrant. Right upper quadrant is consist of liver, right lobe of the liver, the hepatic flexure of the large intestine, pancreas, head of the pancreas it will involve there, and right side of the CP angle. This is all part which is includes in the right upper quadrant. At the same time, left upper quadrant is consist of stomach, left lobe of the liver, pancreatic tail, body. This will come at the left upper quadrant, and also spleen, left renal, in the sense kidney. Most of the one 3/4 of the kidney will be in the major vessels, splenic artery, those all which is upper arteries which is supplying to the stomach, all those things it will be involved. At the same time, which is comes to right to lower quadrant, will be lower part of the abdomen, the below the umbilical level, appendicitis, large intestine, smaller intestine, ileocecal junction, where joining small intestine joining to the larger intestine. Then some of the, which is the, if it is taking a female patient, there you can write ovary. If it is taking a male patient, write testes. Those all parts comes there. And if it comes to the left lower quadrant, sigmoid colon, anus part, which is the large intestine, and the smaller intestine of the this thing, ureter, bladder, the half of the bladder, and the same thing what I said in the right to lower quadrant. If it is female patient, left ovary. If it is male patient, left testes. This all part consist in this part. The same way how the quadrants are there, the same thing, there are 9 different regions in the human body. Right hypochondric region, epigastric region, left hypochondric region. These are the upper part, as I previously mentioned in the quadrant. CP angles will be there in the right and left. Cardioperic angle, costophoric angle will be there in the right and left. Then epigastric region, as I mentioned already, major vessels, some of the liver parts, some of the stomach, some of the spleen, some of the kidney will be included in that. And right lumbar region, there you can see some of the part of the kidney, some of part of the liver will be included, larger intestine will be there. Then umbilical region, most of the important part, where so many vessels, major vessels, renal artery, some of the part of the renal, umbilical, all those things will be there. Vertebra will be there in the back side, the back of the main behind of the main major vessels. Then left lumbar region, then comes to the right iliac regions. In the right iliac region again large appendicity, appendix and ileocecal junction. Then come to the hypogastric region, the major part of the human body. Larger vessels, so vessels will get divided right and left. Low, it will supply lower region. Then ovaries if it is female, male if it is stretchy, all those things are there. And then if it comes to the left iliac region, these are all 9 different regions. What are the landmarks? Whichever radiography when you take, the landmarks is one of the important part. Without landmarks you are not able to take any radiography. So landmarks is one of the important part you must know before you taking radiography. So you see here the xiphoid tip or xiphoid process we call, in the sense the joining of the ribs it get end at the one mid of the sternum, and the tail of the sternum is the xiphoid process. So there it is comes the D10 or dorsal or thoracic vertebra 9 or 10 at the level of the xiphoid process. That's the most important. So whenever you take the abdomen radiography, usually erect or abdomen, erect or supine. So you should include the cassette at the level of the xiphoid process. If it is not included, that there is a most of the time there is a chances of CP angle. I told you already. Costoperic angle might be chances of getting cut. It won't be included in the image. So if it is not included, means that image will be rejected. You have to go for the repeat radiography. So that's why always usually the upper border of the cassette should be at the level of xiphoid process. That's why you must know the level of the xiphoid process at the level of D10, D9 and D10. Next come to the lower costal margin. Lower costal margin in the sense the lowest part of the rib, the last part of the rib. So that is usually level L2, L3. So it means that lowest part means that level usually the lung will get end. I already told costoperic angle will get the end. That's the one. Then next comes to the iliac crest. Iliac crest in the sense is a prominent place whenever you take a radiography. Usually when patient is lying down or supine whatever, easily you able to see the iliac crest. So this is the prominent place when patient is lying down. When you touch it, you can make out there is a pointed bone will be there. So that is a iliac crest. So iliac crest level usually it will be L4, L5 level. Iliac crest level is always whichever you part you would go for the radiography of abdomen, KOB, lumbar spine, pelvis, whatever. That's iliac crest is one of the important landmark. So iliac crest level comes L4, L5 level. Then come to the sternum. That's some point it is required, or else that landmark usually in abdomen is not much necessary. Then it comes to the symphysis pubis. Symphysis pubis also same way, when patient is lying down, usually you can touch at this level and you can see this is the prominent place. You can see in the arrow mark. So there is symphysis pubis. Symphysis pubis means that lower border of the cassette should be at the level of the symphysis pubis. So upper border should be xiphoid process, lower border should be at the level of the symphysis pubis. So these are all the landmark when you take abdomen radiography. These are landmark is very important. So this is, I wanted all of you to write a note on this xiphoid process about the landmarks which I explained now. Everything should be is an assignment for you people. You write down it in this book. Take a pic of that book and put it in the your first year group. That's an assignment for you people. After hearing this class, everyone should be sent to me. Send it to me, not in group. Don't put it in the first year group. Personally send it to me. Take a pic. You have to write it yourself and take a pic of it and send it to me. So that's the assignment for you people on regarding on this class. Then as I continue, now you go to the, you can see this is the, there are two red lines are there here at the right image, here at the left image. So whenever you take a radiography, these two lines is one of the, at the same time how you how I mentioned about landmark, the same time this line is also important. It's called mid sagittal plane or mid sagittal line, so which is divides right and left. Okay, so this lines is very important when you take a radiography during the abdomen AP lateral or whatever. This is, I'll explain later during positioning why it's required. The same time you can see in the left image, that is mid coronal line or mid axillary line or plane. So this is what is dividing, this is dividing right and the dividing the anterior and the posterior. So equally it will divide anteriorly and posteriorly. So these are the two line is very important in the abdomen radiography. So what are the indications, main major indications in the radiography of the abdomen? See, as usually when you take a abdomen radiography, there are anterior posterior view, AP view. Usually PA is not required. We usually will not take a PA view, and lateral also we will take. This is all the routine view. If you go for the special views, we call decubitus views are there. Decubitus in the sense standing one is there, or erect we call, that is also one view, special view. Decubitus is there, lateral decubitus is there, dorsal decubitus are there. That will be explained in the later part. So these are the special views. So here, if it is indications, has it, if it is supine positioning means there are different, supine radiography of the abdomen means different indication. Lateral radiography means different indication. Erect means different indications are there. So this is very important. You people has to know this is okay. So when you take indications, acute abdomen, frequent is not frequent continuous pain. Sometime in between pain and comes and go. Acute abdomen, that usually helps with the supine. That indication if it is there, supine radiography of the abdomen will help. So what is the additional view required? Sometime if it is we are not able to see it in supine means we has to go for the right and the left posterior oblique. Next comes to the foreign body, that is the indication. That if it is anyway supine radiography will be taken. Lateral we will take, later we will take a lateral view also, or erect AP or PA. So that is to locate the foreign body. See, usually in supine you will be able to see the foreign body, but you can't make out it is there in small intestine, large intestine, anteriorly it is there, posteriorly it is there, you are not able to make it. So that's why lateral is very important. Then aortic aneurysm, usually supine radiography it is more than enough. Sometimes if it is required calcification or anything, it is required, it is there means wall, in the calcification in the wall, in the aortic wall or wall, it will be formed with the calcified if it is aged patient. So that time lateral is required. Then you go to the, so GIT, gastrointestinal tract. If such indications is there means perforation. Perforation means the hole in the bowel or intestine, that is called a perforation. If it is perforation is there means you should go for the erect PA or erect AP, usually erect AP, not PA. Then left lateral decubitus. So perforation is there means what will happen? It will be a hole through through the hole, what will happen? There will be leakage of the fluid.